Yeah, it's that time of the show, baby. Last words. Yeah. Geo. We're at the last words segment of the day where we get a chance to talk about whatever we want, gymnastic related, or maybe not gymnastic related, but thus to this point, it's been just gymnastics related. Geo, what are your last words of the day?
All right. Something we haven't been getting to, but we've touched on a little bit, is just the FIG code of points. We've got a little more input from coaches about how they feel about the FIG and what they want maybe changed. And yeah, just overall views of the code. And it's I think we were right on the dot when we were saying it's complicated, it's rough, because that's exactly what the coaches are saying. They don't want this super complicated code. They want to simplify, and I think that's exactly right. I mean, we this sport is complicated enough, and when we complicate it more, it just makes it so that the audience doesn't get it, the coaches don't get it, and the gymnasts don't get it. And when that happens, what are we doing? Because there's no reason that people in the sport for 20, 30 years don't understand the rules. That makes no sense, and it just goes to show how complicated it really is. I mean, if somebody who has this as their profession can't understand the code, then we need to simplify. That's just how it should be, and that's just going through general feelings of the code. We can go into it more of what specifically is bad, but I'm gonna let Taki go into his last words because if I keep going, it's gonna be another 10-20 minute segment. So go ahead, Taki.
Yeah, we have been reaching out to coaches, and a lot of them have, like Gio said, they've all been saying that they're it's limiting gymnastics. They want variety, but in doing in asking for variety, they're actually making it worse. So I thank all the coaches for their responses, but
Mhm.
the general consensus from most of the college coaches is that it is confusing. They're tired of the rule changes a lot, so yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move off of that. But my last words of the day is I'd like to talk about having more double duel competitions with women's gymnastics. I personally think that it brings a lot more excitement into the arena. Gymnastics is one of those sports that it it's a performance sport, and a performance sport requires an audience, and it requires a fair amount of energy to get the best out of athletes. Like some of the best performances are generally done in great groups with great masses of people watching, and then also with great masses of people out there on the actual competition floor. So when you had like the double duel this past weekend at Penn State with the Illinois women and the Illinois men, Penn State women, Penn State men, the energy was just so contagious on the floor. And I also think it makes the athletes perform a little better. The women are watching the guys, like boom, they hit. Yeah, I want to hit. You know what I mean? It's just that, and I just think it's also going to attract more fans from the other side. There's nothing wrong with women's fans going to the men's side or men's fans going to the women's side. We're all in gymnastics and we all do want success from both avenues. And sometimes I think these ADs or even these head coaches don't want to cross pollinate fans. I think people need to get out of their own headspace and just accept that we're all in this together. We want the most success for both programs. So let's do it. Let's start to see more of the double dual competitions because it's just a lot of fun. And I do think, and not to mention, I know it's a little crazy, but let's have a little fun. Maybe even a mixed double duel to where we have the crossing of the scoring. You know what I mean? Having two guys score, two girls score. So who knows? Yo, man, I'm throwing stuff out there. I'm just trying to see. I just want gymnastics. I'd like gymnastics to just be a little bit more, and it'd be a little bit more exciting. But I'm not gonna keep this going. You know what I mean? Jill, we have to wrap this bad boy up because we could talk all day with our last words. Last words supposed to all we talk about last words
Definitely.
should only be at about a minute and a half. We always be going longer than that. So let's call it a day. We have completed another show. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. If not, whatever, stuff happens. Anyway, Gio, it's been real, homeboy. Let's do it again next week.
Oh, of course. Every
All
time.
right.
Every time. It's been good.
Okay, man. Yep. And we are out. Peace.